You had Nox just continuously playing well, it seems.
Nox doing very good.
Could be fun.
Could be fun. Here we go, live into the pistol round. Twist on Liquid has utility. Smoke flash flash, a smoke Molotov on Nitro as well. Bomb is going to stick towards the A side of the map with 3 players probably pushing down mid, maybe up Catwalk, finding a way to aggress towards Catwalk before switching to Connector. Nitro, they're going to turn the corner though. It's aggression from NiP as well, but it doesn't pan out. They don't get the kills quick enough, and instead 2 return for Team Liquid.
Oh man, it looked like they got confused by that smoke. They were sort of weirdly caught by it, and now getting caught once again. NiP losing 3 early on with no response whatsoever. They've been smoked out and they've lost the bomb site. That's Liquid off to a very fine start here on Mirage. Not, of course, what you want to see if you're on the NiP side here. Plopsky sneaking in with the USP, but that's already being covered. They know what's coming, and that crossfire, I don't think it's even possible to make it through. That's a flawless round.
There was like a 3-man stack out towards middle and Connector at jungle and on Catwalk as well. There was no chance NiP getting back into that round. That's pretty brutal. It looked like they were going to turn the corner just at the right moment when Nitro looked away, but timing not with them.
Well, I think Nitro threw that smoke that sort of banks off the that corner, and it goes towards the Catwalk or the B-bomb side. And I don't know why it looked like that. It just threw them off. They weren't sure if they wanted to fall back or wanted to go for it, and yeah, they went somewhere half in between.
Possibly just hesitating. 2 scouts, 3 deagles for NiP, looking to chip away at a distance to some of these Liquid players. And a pretty standard setup as well. Rez in middle alone, Twist and Lekro at the B-bomb site, Plopsky and Nock to defend A.
With the scouts and with the deagles, could be dangerous. Already some damage being output here on the Stewie. He's down to 60, and also Nitro taking a little bit. So yeah, that's a good start. If you're NiP right now, you just want to find another couple of shots like that, and suddenly this round changes a lot. Rez could have had a chance there. He's going to get hunted down, and Leash will be just fine. Definitely an opportunity, though.
Ooh. He had a couple as well. He had that shot on Stewie earlier that had to have been annoying. Combined with the nade damage, Stewie is kind of out of this fight. He can't really be the aggressor, but he's got good positioning in Connector. And Liquid happy. Just under a minute left in the round of waiting out these smokes for the moment, as Elijah is going to start clearing things just beneath him as a player.
They have 1 Molotov, but if it goes towards Nork, he's pretty much out of commission immediately. Yep, there we go. Just fired up. I can't believe he's still alive. It's surely going to spread. It's not needed, apparently.
No, it's not needed.
Twist will say, you know what, that's cruel. Just why let the fire do it? Bullets will do just fine.
That's a good find from Twist. He's just picked up an AK-47. Now, I mean, Liquid have a decision of how much do they actually want to go hunt down this weapon and risk more, but that's a nice piece to have for the next round. That might actually influence Twist to maybe just buy light armor and just see what you can do with it. So being able to bring a smaller element of danger into the next round, but Twist at least is searching for him, and the aim punch. Twist had a chance.
We need that Spider-Man meme, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, who knows? No AK being saved. They found him. Found each other. Maybe it's like that one film. Did you ever see that one movie called The One? Where every time he kills a copy of himself in an alternate universe, he gets stronger?
I have not seen that.
You need to see that film.
You've watched a lot of weird movies over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, but let's not talk about that on the broadcast. Third round. And this time it's way less exciting. There is a deagle on Lekro. I'm glad it's on Lekro. I like it when Lekro uses the deagle.
You really can't fault him for just buying it. Unfortunately, this time it goes the other direction. Not even really a chance. And just that 1 kill kind of gives Liquid complete control of the map. They don't realize it just yet. There's no one defending A. There's no one in middle. This is just a gamble for NiP towards the B-bomb site.
Maybe we can catch people up on what the big problem that we at least were identifying when NiP were playing this map last against FaZe. That they weren't really ever fighting for middle. They just said, FaZe, you can just have this.
That's right.
You can push into the window anytime you want. You could be a connector at A, and you could just run onto the A-bomb site with no delay at all.
Yeah, they didn't really challenge a whole lot of the smokes. They didn't really push out too much. I think the 1 round they did get aggressive in middle was the 15th round of the half. It was the very last one. But that was also, I mean, as we mentioned a couple times, that's kind of the different NiP that we saw that we're not getting today, at least on Vertigo.
Yeah, and I hope we're not. I hope it's going to be just some sort of a change. It's fair enough that they haven't done it yet. It's pretty early on. But I would love to see them try and challenge Liquid just a bit. And just set up for you know, some pressure. Maybe if you can get some kills or just, you know, keep them close to the blast radius even. Sometimes you can get some people to go up with the bomb and that'll cost them a little bit. Doesn't look like that's going to be really happening this time. Elise and Twist are going to be miles away by the time that happens. Not though, making a run for it. He's really sped up behind this with that CC, running around the corner. He's going to get one at least. It could have been a follow-up. All right.
I like that. Yeah, he could have. You're exactly right. He could have had two. That was an easy cleanup. Almost transfers over. That would have been spectacular. 3-0 for Liquid going into the first gun round. And we've already got an AWP in the hands of Stewie. And he's got the closest spawn for Liquid towards mid. Timeout is called.
3-0. Given how close of a game it actually was on Vertigo, you know, getting this kind of a start of your Liquid, that could easily at the end of the game be the thing that makes the really big difference. Twist still playing well, 7-1. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of opposition yet in terms of rifles.
No, but as you mentioned,
if he's having a good day, that's bad news.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it's still very early in the game, but that's a nice start for him, continuing his tear from Vertigo. I think he led the server at the end of that map. We'll see what he's got for us on Mirage when we get back into this. I'm interested to see what the AWP is going to be doing. That's going to be that's coming out very early in this half for Team Liquid, and the players are all readied up. It was a tech pause, and we're ready to get back into the action. Knock as well has an AWP on the defensive side.
That gives you a lot of opportunities to play with when you're playing that up on the CT side. It definitely does. Seen it sometimes where you're just alone in B, looking into the hallways. You get early warning.
Yeah.
And you could have more towards the middle or A.
That's the thing. If they want to do that mid-aggression, I mean, whether you have the op there or not, the op can, you know, sit, as you mentioned, in those B halls and just allow those players to kind of rotate elsewhere. An early warning system.
You can even have it in window with two people pushing in front of it if you really want to be really aggressive in the middle.
Yeah.
Lots of opportunities
It's
for
possible. Plopsky's going in through the murder hole as well. He's going to jump down. So here's some of that aggression. Excuse me, he jumps over to Catwalk.
Yeah.
So no battle in middle, but two players at B with Plopsky on Catwalk is a pretty solid lean towards that side of the map, and they don't even need his help. Electro's got a clean one, and Nox added on top. Elish falls at mid, and a two-man advantage already for NiP.
Elish actually going for that before that smoke goes up. They had thrown the smoke already. It just wasn't ready. Electro giving one back at least, but trying to catch them off guard. I almost appreciate that anyway. The Galil, though, somehow will beat him to it, and it's hard for them to follow through. You could see they really wanted to push that advantage, but they were too far away.
Well, they definitely realized that in time. I think NAF just pulled out some counter utility. That's a smoke burn, that's some flashbangs burned, and even some follow-up nades from Twist right now. So just applying a little bit of pressure. Good kill. That's a nice one in open space towards Catwalk. That's Plopsky who falls, and all of a sudden we're back into a 3-on-3. And now this is where the strengths of Team Liquid can really shine. Some of their advantages in this matchup. The one-on-one fights across this map in open space.
And you're getting a lot of them right here. NiP are just strung out across the map towards that CT spawn. It's Rez, and he's definitely hearing them, definitely calling it in. Grenades are raining in, and now the bomb plant's going to be tried. Oh, he sprays to the box. I think he may have thought that was the bomb planter, and he didn't realize Twist was still here, and he's going to take the face clean off of Rez. That's a nice spray with the AK-47. It's a 2-on-2 now. And Naf, he's creeping back towards that A ramp. Twist on the other side, so they're going to have a crossfire if anyone tries to get in there. And NiP, they do have two smokes and a kit. They could smoke this off, and actually, with two smokes on top, that might be way too much to handle. One smoke going to go behind Naf. He can still see what's happening. He's not blinded by that at all. The second smoke coming in now. And can anyone get the defuse? Twist going to be there on the one side. And I think this is done. Nork, there's nothing you could do at this point in time. They're all on top of it. And they're hunting him down. Not a position you want to be in. Liquid handling themselves very well. A quad kill for Twist. As if he wasn't already ahead enough. Now he's at 11-1.
Well, that's a round that you cannot lose if you're NiP on a map like this that Liquid is going to be so strong on. You need to capitalize, and that's a two-man advantage, a 5-on-3 that they lost. This was the opening kill that really provided Liquid the opportunity to rotate to the other side of the map. And from there, everything was split. One defender B, one at A, and one way back in CT spawn watching for the window. But there was just no chance to work together in the 3-on-3. Nice round from Twist. Stewie's got the op back with an angle towards connector.
And they're going to get confirmation soon that it's back to pistols, which again, if you're Liquid, you should probably start thinking about not giving away rifles. Don't let them snipe in kills and start to bring it back. And they are kind of all grouping up in the middle. I think Naf's the only one who's a little bit further back. This is...
Ooh! Deleted.
He was done.
Twist has that position in connector though, so they've still got something at least out of it. Peering in towards the A bomb site. This is just quiet on the map. NiP not giving anything up either. A couple times they've seen a few players but haven't been able to capitalize, just barely missing the timings. Now with the position on Catwalk though, the B bomb site is very exposed. It's just Lekro here, and even if Twist can rotate over in time, he's only got a USP. But I guess if you're gonna have someone just guarding a bomb site on his own in a round like this, it might as well be Lekro.
He's forced out with the Molotov. I mean, that whatever element of surprise there is, there's nothing you could do when that's the kind of utility you're up against. So that's going to get them onto the site. Surely going to get them to the bomb plant too with 20 seconds left here.
Small thing, Liquid forgot to cover the AWP, or maybe they just didn't want to risk it, but Twist was able to run up Catwalk and grab that, and he can just fall away and save that. So a free op for NiP in the next round. Twist wants nothing to do with any fights. That's a good find. That is a victory of its own in this round.
Yeah, absolutely is. Now they're just, again, posed up for potential exits. See if they could snipe away someone from Liquid. But again, 5-0 in favor of Liquid to start off this second map with. And NiP can't really afford to lose this map. So the pressure is on. That's Rez again connecting with a headshot. This time, even further range, in fact. And he goes for it one more time. Can he catch another one sneaking through? He's trying to line it up. A little bit too much this time. Nitro will turn for it, but Twist will get one more. This is so expensive for Liquid. They're really... yeah, they're paying for this round.
That is a brilliant round from NiP. Even one more. Knock pushes up. Oh, he can get the Krieg. That's huge.
Wow.
They lost the round, but they gain a lot from it. AWP for free, Krieg for free on the CT side. Beautiful shots from Rez.
That's pretty quick.
Ooh.
Yeah, he enjoyed that. Can't really blame him. I enjoyed it too. 6th round. Now it's time. You have this advantage. You pick up the Krieg, you pick up the AWP. You've put a huge dent in their economy. You have to convert that now into actual wins. Otherwise, it's just all, theoretical. The
nice thing is not even necessarily the free weapons, but it's just the money that's allowed to be behind it. So just, another buy that can come out, another AWP they'll be able to have in the future that maybe they wouldn't have been able to afford. But you're right. I mean, they just got to start winning. We can talk all about those silver linings. Eventually, the victories have to come in as well. Stewie's got his op still on the T side. It's been pretty ineffective.
Really early smoke in the middle there for Liquid. No surprise, it's become quite common. Jumping down into the middle, this is something that FaZe were doing as well. Remember they sent rain flying through that smoke?
Yeah.
Could be really annoying if you're holding that window and you think, oh, it's fine, and then you get flashed and then someone comes right through the smoke. It's a cool little trick. But no one was really going to get punished by it this time around. And it seems like I've just turned into a very default kind of a setup for Liquid, which is absolutely fine. But again, they are getting all the mid control for free.
Yeah, again, and you highlighted that just earlier. This is what got NiP so beat up by FaZe on the map. And here we go again. Elige and Nitro. Gonna get Elige comfortably with a little bit of nade damage into connector, into position. And they can use him as a pivot point. 3 defenders at the bomb site, though, so NiP's got to be happy about that. Pop flash to clear A ramp. Plopsky saw nothing. Ooh, and Elige is burning. That's a nice play from Rez. Catches Elige completely off guard. He had no options.
Yeah, if he re-smokes it, I think instead of with the Molotov, maybe he just shoots through Elige on the other side, but the Molotov, like, well, what? Just burning at his feet. Smoke clears and NAF hiding inside of it, and a lot of the time, if you're the one hiding inside of the smoke, you might have a bit of a lead. Just how the game works, at least for now. Nork and Lekro still all the way on the other side, so it's a little trouble at the A bomb side here. Twist and Rez, they have a lot to do. And 25 seconds, they need to call in backup, and it's coming now through the middle as well. If they can get there in time, it's going to be huge. Twist getting the 1 kill, but now he's alone at the bomb side, and they're swinging for him. Twist goes down on the T side, and he'll clean it all up. That's a huge hold. Twist with a massive round. He was surfing on that ladder and just having a really rough time.
Listen, the highlight looks good, but the decision to get into that position on top balcony where NAF had just found a kill is massive. You're never going to expect a second player to be there, and you've already used so much utility to clear out beneath the balcony that this is such a difficult fight, and this is why Molotovs and nades are used to clear out those players. When you run out of that utility, you're in trouble. So great positioning from Twist.
Elige, he's running the gauntlet with the UMP, flashed and smoked the whole way through. Now he's gonna he's going to end up here. Part of me wants him to continue, but even just getting here is a hugely powerful position to be in. It's not wasted just because he doesn't get a kill.
He's even got a follow-up smoke, so when this hit eventually does come in, it looks like Liquid's going to line up in these halls to make this happen. Knock an early warning with that angle, but Elige can just smoke off Catwalk and block himself from any danger at the A bomb site to really make this split happen. Oh, and he just unscopes at the wrong moment.
He's in the perfect position now to put him into that couch. My favorite position on the map. Just waiting for it. Ooh, not going to be the couch, but it'll be Nitro going down, and he's backing off, and Twist is here, looking for headshots with the Krieg, but NiP is there to respond. That's a powerful shot, and now it's on Nork. They're coming in from every side. He's getting crunched and back up. He can't get there in time. Rez trying his best, and it's really good. He gets a double kill, leaving it a one-on-one, and the headshot from Twist. He's back again. Another triple kill for him, 14-3. He is a one-man army right now, putting Liquid at 6-1.
Yeah, he's having one hell of a series. Stellar in the first map. This is some incredible shooting again in the open spaces. And he just sees Plopsky at the right moment. Immediate headshot. 6-1. And you got to feel for NiP a little bit because it felt like, again, they had a pretty decent call. They had a pretty decent setup at that B bomb site. Knock was effective with the AWP, and it still goes against him.
Threat definitely not satisfied.
That's probably why he's going crazy. He's like, we did everything right.
Yeah, but I mean, and you know that is frustrating, especially because when you say that, especially if you're part of the team, people are just gonna say, yeah, those are just excuses. But they actually have a pretty good defense at B that round. Just didn't work out. Now mid control again for Liquid. We just started in the round. They just take it for free. Now they have lost Elige, and I guess that's something, but. That doesn't actually eliminate the fact that that connector and that window is still so dangerous to lose. It can backfire really heavily.
Well, especially considering we already saw NiP lose, a heavy advantage early on, and there's like even with the man advantage, not having anyone watching window at the moment. Twist is able to in ladder room. He's going to check back right now, so Stewie's got to be careful when that smoke clears. He's not going to be. He's not going to turn and look for it. Another 5-on-3, and NiP must win this. They lost one previously.
And Twist doubling up on the aggression. I thought he was just throwing that to try and escape and saying, you know what, we're up 5-3, I'm not going to do anything. And now it's on NAF, though. Can they bring it back one more time? They've already been in this position. Nork will take another one down. Twist spinning all over the place, but it's not going to be enough. A great double kill for Plopsky. And a second round for NiP.
I gotta say, I think that follow-up aggression from Twist, the spray on Catwalk, just delayed that NiP hit, that just distracted them enough for everything else to work out just fine.
Yeah.
Say as well, for as much credit as we're giving Twist for closing out these rounds and just being dominant, NAF has had some incredible entries. That one right there onto the A bomb site, but also previously in the B site, getting that player at bench, allowing them even to find themselves attacking the site.
Stewie running into the middle. Oh, we're actually going to be canceling that just a bit. Liquid down to almost nothing, but if they make it out, there's 3 people here. I mean, Rez is down in the underpass.
Oh, he's going to catch him.
Yeah, he will. Just as they're setting up, that's not going to be a grenade. NAF not happy at all. Now they're just trying to rain down on top of him, and that should be enough. That's a 3-for-1 trade that they'll take. No problem. That's frustrating for Liquid, and one of the first times that we see NiP take away some of that advantage and some of that decision-making from Liquid and say, you know what, you can't just do whatever you want here. I like that. Run boost, no one there. Still like it.
Well, this M4 can do some work. The money, the economy for NiP equally, even though Liquid has nothing, NiP's right on that edge as well. Any loss they take from here on out in the rest of this round is extremely costly. CZ gonna get boosted into the window. They have Knock with an AWP watching from outside the murder hole.
Slightly dangerous position if he misses the shot. Could get run down, but it's a slow walk. And leaves Twist. 1 versus 4.
Yeah.
He's hoping to do some damage, any damage.
Well, they know where he is, so he's hoping that they're gonna start hunting. 24 seconds left. He's kind of forced into making his play, but this is going to be a 3rd round for the Ninjas. So starting to solidify the defense. This is 3 of the last 4 rounds they'll have won, and Twist gets nothing done with that recovered M4. So 4 players survive, and the money grows for the defensive side, and Liquid this time they'll have to save entirely. There's going to be no Deagles and CZ half-buys here.
Good little sign early on here in the potential comeback for NiP. Just the fact that they can save rifles, they can take away some of the momentum from Liquid. And it's all Glocks.
Well, look at the money they have. They just can't afford anything other than Glocks. They have to think for the next round with the rifles. So another round where NiP, I mean, there's literally no danger, so NiP should be able to gain some money, although they've strategically left the B bomb site for the moment. Lekro has just gotten back for a far spot. This is all a fake, though. They want the bomb to go towards the A site. How many players will NiP rotate? Rez and Knock haven't moved. This fake isn't going to work unless some kills start coming out.
Yeah. Good play for NiP right now, just not buying it.
It's a double fake.
It is. Sacrificing Twist over at the A apartments, hoping that then they'll rotate, but Rez is not doing any of it right now. No kills coming in for Liquid at the moment, and the plan is all gone. Nothing left.
You admire it, an old school style of double fake.
Whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
You know.
6-4.
Oh, threat looking intense. This is... Now, NiP were actually going for a double push at top mid this time, and they weren't finding anyone, and it was against pistols, but I still would like to see them try and do that in a round where they all have rifles.
I think they finally can if they want to. This is where I think players are going to start being more willing to take risks, is when they hit tab and see they have, $5,000 in the bank behind this buy. When they can buy everything they want in the next round, start seeing them make a few more of those pushes. And threat deep in conversation through this timeout. Three in a row now for NiP.
Yeah, it's a very, very good turnaround that they're working on at the moment. But they have to, not let off that. They really have to keep their foot on the pedal at the moment. Because 6 rounds for Liquid is a very decent first half already. So anything more right now for the American side, I think they're just gonna love that. Plopsky alone in the A bomb side, and if this is a fast execute, that could be a really big issue. They can smoke off Nork, and they almost certainly will, so that AWP won't be able to help all that much. Plopsky now falling even further back. This might have to be a bit of a retake, although that's a beautiful headshot from Plopsky. That changes a lot of the equation, and now Rez will come in with a kill on the Liege. Nork can't really see anything, but again, they've got the 2 kills. Well done on Plopsky. Now, the bomb's going to be planted, and that's fine. They can actually ignore that as the 5 vs 3 retake. That should be doable.
Well, look at all the utility they have. They've got 2 Molotovs. They've got 3 smokes, plenty of HEs as well. They can block off all these choke points and just barrage utility into the position. There's the close smoke. This is going to be difficult. Nap better be perfect. He better be excellent, and he is so far. 2 kills, but that's the utility coming into play. And now it's all on Nitro. A 1 vs 3. Rez is going to finish him off as well. 5 rounds now for the NiP defense.
That's so good. I like the movement of Plopsky in that round, especially, and I especially like how he didn't even try and challenge the bomb plant, because that could be a sort of a little bit of a rookie mistake, right? You say, I just if we get that, then it's 100%. But if you died in F trying to do that, then it's 4 vs 3. They get the bomb down. That's a very winnable round. So heads up play. Yeah, 6-5. NiP continuing the streak. Took a little bit of a loss in money, but it's fine. Liquid are the ones that are really suffering on the economy right now. That grenade goes deep, and I think it's going to land right on top of Liege. Takes 40 health away.
Knock in window room, though, remaining aggressive. He's going to take that peek with a flashbang and sees nothing. There are still going to be 3 players top mid, as Liquid is going to attempt, it appears, to split the B bomb site. 3-pronged attack up catwalk will meet Lekro. Perhaps Rez if he peeks top connector, but he's not doing that, so it's all on Lekro. The op might get taken away as well. It might take his attention, but Lekro's going to stand tall. He only gets the 1. Knock now in a lot of trouble. Rez is here very quick, though, and the op is just boxed in at the pillar, and now certainly he doesn't have the angle, and Rez lets his teammate down, and the bomb site is lost.
Oh god, that was a running headshot on Rez in that window. That just changed everything once again. I can't believe they made it onto this side. They should have been stopped at least once or twice, but that's Liquid. I mean, they are very good at this stuff. Plopsky and Twist. Can you go for this retake and not just throw me more rifles? Molotov not going to force anyone out. Stewie doing more damage, getting close to the window. Plopsky will take him down, and at least that's a 2-on-2. More Molotovs trying to force those players into fights, but look at how low they are on the Swedish side. NiP finding one and the follow-up. A beautiful 1-2 combination to win the round, and that's 7 for Liquid. And oh man, you're gonna get rocked, aren't you?
That's brutal. Fine play with the Deagles and a very aggressive swarm with the bomb site. That kill onto Lekro puts Nock in such a tough spot because he's so worried about 3 different angles and he can't possibly be aggressive in that situation. That was just a matter of time. That too, I mean, if I'm a Liege in that situation, I'm just telling NAF not to peek. I'm saying, I have the AK, I'm holding the angle, you don't have to fight.
Yeah,
but NAF still just gets both kills.
I mean, NAF is one of those players. You just got to let him do it. Oof, odds got even worse, haven't they?
Yeah.
We've gone from 4-1 to 7-1 to 9-1.
Now 9-1.
Well. And again, they're close. And they were close on Vertigo, you know.
They just can't get over the line. They just can't find those critical wins, and that one is just a devastating loss to take.
Yeah. Well, remember how we were talking about that loss that they had to FaZe, where on this map we were sort of saying this is actually a kind of loss where you don't even learn anything. But there's a lot. Like, NiP could go back and watch these demos and sort of go through everything many times and iron out all of these things no matter what. So they've definitely already achieved a lot. Lekro goes down, Stewie just sneaking in. No warning.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's, again, we'll just keep harping on it, it's that lack of mid presence. Like, not even just not defending, just no information. This is a huge play, though. Unfortunately, for Rez, it's only going to be the 1 kill on Nitro as he falls back. Twist needs to just run away. He's got the bomb, but now Liquid have to know that Rez has passed on all the information.
Alone on the bomb side, Nork, I mean, they're just creeping in from every side. They've got so much control of the map, and they could probably take care of Nork as well. In fact, this flank is going to be coming in from Stewie. Rez 1 versus 4, and I think it's just probably better to try and get this M4 into another round. He's jumping into the window and win that fight somehow, but still, this is a bit of a dream, isn't it?
It is, but I mean, it's still pretty early in the bomb timer. You can kind of probe and attack a little bit and see what you get.
Well, he is trying to do that, yeah. I mean, you know, if found someone running through the bomb side, it would be cool.
Well, listen, they're out of money, so he's trying to be the hero of some kind, take something away from Team Liquid, trying to keep them at least restrained in the amount of money they have, but it's just not working. Now he's got to back off. So an 8th round for Liquid, again, they've secured a lead at least in the first half.
That mid-control thing. I'm starting to get the feeling.
Mid-control
like
thing.
if you keep leaving your front door unlocked and people keep walking in to steal your television, like the 3rd time it happens, I'm not gonna feel sorry anymore. I'm just gonna say, you know what? Don't call me about that. I just don't care. Lock the door. Just find a way to deal with that. That's a lot of rounds where that's been happening. And Liquid are, I mean, you know, to their credit as well, they're not just doing the same thing every time they get that mid-control. It's a huge variance in what they actually try and follow through with.
No, but they've got to be so happy. I mean, remember the struggles they had on Vertigo on their T side when NiP was playing a very good job of denying control of that A ramp over and over again, and Liquid eventually had to go away from it. There's nothing like that here on Mirage. They're just getting it for free, and that's got to make you feel so good as a player that you can just march in and own the entire, you know, 1/3 of the map. Timeout called again.
In fact, there's that saying, isn't there? Opportunity makes a thief. Like, you know, at some point you say, you're the one making more thieves. You know, NiP, you're the one doing this. If you just didn't let them, then they wouldn't even feel tempted. Liquid, yeah, they're loving it. 8 rounds in the first half already. That's a great way to get started on this map.
So they have an AK-47 on Rez that he saved in the previous round. He's got utility armor and a kit, and Lekro has Deagle and full armor as well. So they've got a couple people who can turn this. And Rez, I like this. You have the 1 rifle, get kind of hyper-aggressive. He's pushed into Palace.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this. I would like to see it in rounds where they also have, you know, the full equipment, but yeah, this is exactly the kind of stuff I wish they would mix in every once in a while. Does give them something to work with. If you could catch NAF, that would be way off the charts. The bomb is far back, so Liquid aren't about to, you know, execute into a bomb site or anything. If he finds NAF now, they have a lot of time to make something of it.
I feel like Twist is in such a weird spot as well in middle. I mean, he's just got a USP, so he's kind of just there as gathering information if he hears anything. Nav can pop up at any moment, so this is a long, nervous walk for Rez through T-spawn. And there it is, peekaboo, he's down.
That's a fight that's not going to favor you, is it? I still like the fact that Rez tried it. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Well, he had that wild flank, what, just 1 or 2 rounds ago, where he came from the B-bomb site, and he was behind them all, and T-spawn setting up to attack A. So he's had a couple big flanks, or at least attempts. Knock and Twist, the only two left.
Does he see the gun barrel there? No, surely not.
Ooh.
No, he definitely didn't.
We love those. He had the knife on Vertigo. He's got a Zeus now. He's a showman.
Spilling a brand for himself, isn't he?
I like it.
It's 9-5. Again, Liquid with a pretty sizable lead. Here we go.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty. Just got to take the L at that point. 9-5. 4-round lead, and Team Liquid, despite losing 5 rounds, they've looked pretty comfortable on this T side so far. A boost up to try and find a pick. The AWP in the hands of Nitro. Ooh, here's the aggression we wanted again. It's on the 15th round of this half, and this time it's going to get put away. Elige with a big trade, a little bit late to save Stewie's life. NaP responds perfectly under res, and all the kills going the way of Liquid. And the round's over in stunning fashion. What a way to end it. Twist with a brutal one-tap.
What a round. I don't even think they knew that he was behind the boxes up at the top mid. 10-5 at the end of it. Liquid just starting the second map in a great fashion. Arge is very strong, and Twist is having an... I guess it's not all the way off the charts for him, but he's having one of his really good days, and that's painful if you're on the other side.
I mean, the important thing to remember was he had he's had a big clutch, and he had that great start to the map at least. He's the one who got Liquid started on the right foot.
Yes.
So, I mean, even if it's not been anything crazy since then, he's put him with a 10-5 lead. Nitro and NaP going to get aggressive in the B tunnels, but the rest of NiP, the other 3 players that are here, going through the underpass towards mid. A split towards the A site in the card, so Stewie, Elige, and Twist will be tested.
If you're Stewie and look down in the underpass at the wrong time here in the middle, that's 3 people waiting for you. He's not going to do that, and they're going to be very quick to make that jump. Instantly boosted in. 2 men in the window. I don't think they spot him. They probably don't care. They just want to go for this bomb site, maybe try and see if they can flash here. There's one towards CT spawn. No one going down yet. The bomb is being attempted already, so it looks like a full 5-on-5 retake, which is very, very interesting. They have a smoke and a kit on Twist Liquid, so once they throw that smoke, they have to fight and get that defuse. Otherwise, there's not much left, and if you try and defuse out of the open on this map, that is almost never going to work, most especially in a pistol round. So let's just see. They're going to have pretty much one chance to get at this. Elige will help them out with a shot. Nitro with a flank as well. Nog will get one in return. There's the smoke up, and Twist trying to find the bomb, and I think finally he's connected with it, and they're actually getting all of the kills. Oh yeah, they definitely got it. He's locked in. 3 men waiting, and Liquid will take the pistol round. That was absolutely mechanical, wasn't it? That was so well done.
Yeah, that was timed perfectly with the flanks, with NaP coming on catwalk to be aggressive towards connector, the flank on A ramp as well. I believe that was Nitro who gets a kill there, so that is well done from Liquid, collapsing on that bomb site very quickly, but the plant will allow NiP to have that second round bye. 2 Kriegs picked up, a Galil on Plopsky, and Deagles on Knock and Twist.
It actually looked to me like the smoke was
a little bit off.
Yeah, almost away from the bomb, which we've seen that happen every once in a while, and it's not good.
It wouldn't even matter. You're exactly right. He was locked into that corner.
Yeah.
He had 3 USPs just holding him pinned down. That's going to be frustrating. I mean, you mentioned kind of coming back and fixing some of the details. I think NiP having a 5-on-5 post plant and only killing 1. Oh.
That smoke that's there should have been in the window. But they knew because they saw it from underpass, so, I mean, Plopsky would have called it in and said that smoke in window isn't actually in the window. And the result? It's not good for Rez.
Well, what a champion. Still trying to run the gauntlet anyways.
Someone had to. Elige at least keeping an eye still on connector.
Let's keep an eye on Palace right now as Twist pushes in to the A bomb site, gets a new position, and meanwhile, Liquid shrinking the map. NaP and Nitro gathering plenty of information. They might be able to hear Twist running. Nitro could be calling this out. NaP is going to find an easy one in the underpass, an unsuspecting Plopsky. Elige clears mid, so now all the attention can be on the A bomb site. NaP's going to be in connector, Elige in jungle. I don't think NiP has any chance of making it close to the bomb site.
No, this is... I mean, those rifles, the Kriegs, they're still powerful, but you sort of need the rest of the pawns in that one. You know, just someone to distract while you're getting some shots. And 2 versus 5 here. 1 attempt, Twist lightning fast again, and the FAMAS will clean it all up at the end. So 12-5, and that early buy for NiP just didn't really do anything. And again, just think about the aggression for Liquid. Just the 2 pushing out a B like that. Those are the sort of moves that we just saw way too rarely for NiP.
Yeah, Liquid's just gotten very good at that on this map over the past years. I mean, they highlight on the desk how good Liquid is on Mirage. They're just very, very good at finding a timing to push, and like I said, shrink the map. You make there less options that you have to defend once you get those advanced positions. Stewie still with the scout. It's against Glocks and 2 P250s on Rez and Twist. But NiP, once they get back into the rifles, once they get back into the gun rounds, I mean, you have no more time to waste. It's going to be 13-5, more than likely. Elige, an ugly spray, but it still nets him 2 kills, and he disappears into the... Oh my god.
Okay.
Stewie just styling on Plopsky there, and they're still maintaining the aggression. They don't care if they lose anyone.
Stewie had a scout, but he decided, you know what?
USP's easier.
Let's do this. 13-5, that's a very strong lead. They are, yeah. This is their buy round coming up. This is where they have to turn this around, and this is a pretty big super tanker to turn around at the moment.
What would you do if the NiP fans of the next tournament learned the Vanilla Ice song, the Ninja Rap? Yes.
I think they should. Let's start doing that. I think Counter-Strike fans need to learn more chants.
More about Vanilla Ice. Nice spray from that through the smoke. A good kill, an opening kill onto Lekro.
Yeah, that kind of an opening makes a big difference. And again, it's just look at the presence at middle for Liquid. Just contrast that with whatever NiP were doing in any rounds, more or less, on the CT side. So much more. Well, NiP have to put a lot more emphasis on wanting to take middle. They need to use grenades to smoke off connector. They need to do a lot of things. Like you smoke windows, Molotov connector. There's so many grenades you have to use that Liquid didn't have to use. They just walked in there.
Well, here's the thing. Nitro's about to be tested in a big way. He's got an SMG and he's the sole defender. There's no one even close to this. So how does he play? I don't think he has any information just yet. No one's budged. They're going to be so close and, not able to get that first. That might have been something if he could have gotten that kill and transferred over to the Krieg, but now a very tough retake for Liquid.
Yeah, that is actually kind of interesting when you have that 3-man setup in middle. I would have thought Nitro would want to play more for information, like one of those jumping plays where you actually see what's coming. This is a great follow-up from Rez. Yeah,
Elige needs to get out. I don't know why he's still challenging. His teammates have already bailed. Keep all 3 of those weapons alive. He might want the AWP.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice on Nitro's part. I guess he is just playing to get that 1 kill, but at the same time, when you're the sole defender in B, usually you want to know if they're coming, just a little bit of advanced warning.
Yeah, I was surprised to not see them break up that stack in mid when there was no more noise, no more aggression. Either way, tough place for Nitro to beat, and Liquid's going to be okay with that. They have a massive lead still, 13-6. They've got plenty of money. And Stewie's back on the AWP.
It's like if you're running a restaurant, Jason. Like you want people to call ahead. You can't just have them show up and demand dinner right away. Nitro's feeling the same way. Where's the food?
Jesus.
13-6.
What an analogy that is.
I know.
Dieting been rough lately?
Well, I was in charge of dinner yesterday and almost screwed that up. So.
Flashbangs out at top mid, and NiP is going to take it. A little bit of preliminary aggression and pressure from Liquid on the other side. A good shot from Stewie, and he legs him. Is there a gap in that smoke?
Yeah, it might have been. Naf will follow it up. Rez, as you said, already legged and long. Stewie just jumping down. That's wild. Nitro with a little bit of an information play there, and he'll turn right into Naf. Plopsky trying his best. He had to make a play again. They were 2 men down, so you've got to find a way to be aggressive. Nork now alone. This
is one of those stressful games it feels for NiP, because still trying to figure out exactly how they want to play their T side on Mirage. And it feels like Liquid's kind of, loosened the reins a little bit, and everyone's starting to get a little bit more puggy, a little bit more like deathmatch and scrimmy, making some wild plays that don't necessarily make sense in the context of a wider strategy.
Yeah, I agree.
And then when that starts happening in your NiP and you're trying to come up with tactical solutions, just nothing makes sense, and it even gets difficult. And yeah, there was a gap in that smoke, so that's twice. Big gap there. Now that might have been caused by Stewie in window, but also we saw the smoke miss earlier in that window.
Yeah. But exactly what you're saying about, NiP trying to make all the pieces fit together. It's also why it doesn't cause me a lot of panic or concern that, that they're having some of these problems. I feel like a lot can be done to sort of fix some of these things. It's just a very hard test to fix them against Liquid, and you can tell Liquid are they're even exploiting the fact that they can play this aggressive style against the team that's trying to find themselves. It just makes it even worse, which is what they should be doing.
Yeah. Smoke walls out. Standard execute onto the A bomb site. There are the Molotovs. Twist goes down. A big player to take away. Ooh, a lot of damage dealt to Knock. He's down in red. 7 health, and the Op's going to back away from the ticket booth. A retake on the cards for Liquid.
That's a lightning fast bomb plant for NiP. It's really well done. Once those smokes are up, some teams, they end up sort of hovering a little bit. There is a flank coming in, and it's just a Tech9 holding it on the other side for Lekro. So maybe not the best weapon for it, but he's got the element of surprise. And I think there was no head armor there for Nitro, so he evaporates right in front of him. Elige will be dropped by Twist in return, and yeah, they need to back out again here, Liquid. So NiP keeping themselves alive just a bit longer. Naf waiting, and that was probably a good idea. Is he going to try and run in for it? He does have a kit. No.
No, there's no way.
There's no way.
He had the
wanted
idea.
it.
Yeah, and I can understand. That would have been awesome. He even had like a real chance for it. Only defends out towards Catwalk. 14-7. Good save, though, and I even understand NiP's desire. I mean, they lose some weapons, and that's very costly. They're still 7 rounds behind. They very much could have used those, but you can understand wanting to just wipe those weapons out because you have to reset Liquid at some point. So start trying to hunt down those guns, even if it's costly for you.
Well, you know that any comeback from this kind of a scoreline is going to be a very, very tough one. So, you know, just if you add like a little bit more difficulty by losing some guns, yeah, you know, it's like no matter what, you're going to need a bunch of heroic rounds for this to even get close. Might as well do what you can.
And now a double op setup, one on Stewie, one on Nitro. With the number of times we've seen Nitro kind of alone at that B bomb site, might not be the worst thing. He can get that deep angle. Much more comfortable playing solo with the op, allows Naf to be flexible towards mid. That's a huge win from Rez, and there's backup as well, the follow-up headshot. And they've cracked into the A bomb site, and again, it's a save call, especially with 2 AWPs.
Hunting down Stewie, a lot of aggression now for the Ninjas, and that was going to be paying off a lot here. Now, a little bit slower on the bomb plant, can't really blame them, but it goes through, and oh, they lose Lekro in the middle.
And they're back in this. I mean, it looked like Liquid was just lost, and they were way too aggressive trying to hunt these down way too early in the round, and now the retake can come in.
It absolutely can. They even have a Molotov for that back corner where Rez is, and that's going to be tricky. Some shots ringing through, not really connecting, but the Molotov, it's going to land, and he's going to have to move out while the flashbang is still in the air. Nitro trying to clear out, and he's going to get tabbed by Plopsky. Good double timing, good timing there for the peak for both of the NiP players. That could have been very, very risky. 14-8, and that's now 2 rounds in a row here for NiP. Still some money on Liquid.
Yeah, well, Stewie, I don't know if they're going to buy up around this AWP. Stewie had about 7K. He actually could have dropped an M4 over, but what they're going to do is he'll have that strong weapon with the AWP, and they're going to half buy around it. So 3 Deagles picked up by Team Liquid, P250 on Nitro, and Stewie, even with the investment, is not going to be far behind in the money. And he'll be alone at B.
Yeah, with the stack on A, so that A stack though, if they actually go middle A through connector into A, that's going to be so much worse. They really, really want them to come up the ramp at close range.
Especially because there's no utility on any of those players in Team Liquid. So, I mean, anyone at A, they can't slow anything down, they can't stop it, they can't force NiP to be disjointed. All they have is the numbers. And NiP going to take this one very cautiously, and you can appreciate and understand why as well. 21 kills on Twist and Naf to lead the way for Team Liquid. Rez has matched them with 21 kills of his own on NiP, and Knock at 14 in second place for the Ninjas.
Rez now, he's playing on his own inside of this connector, so if he were to get caught, maybe there's a rifle to be picked up, but you have to assume that NiP are going to be able to clear the way through here. P250 and no headshot coming through. Plopsky holding his own up there, and Naf not really connecting with the Deagle, and there's only so many attempts you're going to be allowed to get, and now they're getting picked apart. Stewie, well, I guess you could go and fight it if you want to, but probably want to save that AWP if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised he's sticking around in CT spawn. Actually, I mean, that's the perfect point where Team Liquid wanted to take that fight right at the top of that ramp when they're still kind of bottlenecked a little bit, but no one else was peeking behind that first contact player. I think Stewie's unfortunately got himself stuck here. As soon as this kill comes in, or a shot, Rez is going to run over to the murder hole, and Stewie is boxed in. So the fact that he didn't evacuate earlier now means he's got to fight for his life, and you know what? Maybe he's fine with that. Maybe he's absolutely fine with it.
Plopsky still has a Molotov, and that flashbang, that's one thing. They're baiting out the shot, and yeah, hunt it down. I thought maybe even he was just trying to hide in plain sight, so saying, I'm just going to stay here in the corner, and maybe they won't even check it. 14-9. Slowly making it work here, NiP.
Well, I mean, Liquid's just given them a free AWP that round. Knock has Stewie's And his hands, they've had to spend a lot of money on NAF, reinvesting in the AWP. You have 4 players on Team Liquid at $0 and Nitro's at 50. You don't get much poorer as a team than that.
Yeah, I mean, they're all the time at the edge of actually winning this series.
NAF goes down. That's the first kill towards Catwalk. 5-on-4 advantage for NiP.
The money could well be the thing that makes a difference between that happening or not. Twist and smoke. He's going to be smoking behind them and might get a clear shot, but instead it's actually a huge return there. And again, the pressure in middle for Liquid really paying off. The bomb is dropped in connector, and they're 3 versus 2, so this is not looking that great for NiP at the moment. Nork alone in middle with Lekro sneaking around the other side. They can't even really help each other out.
No, they can't. And Nok can't do anything with the AWP. Afraid to go into that smoke. He can recover the bomb, but he doesn't really realize it, and he doesn't know what's on the other side. Elige will be exposed when that fades eventually, but again, the AWP just unwieldy. Lekro creeping out. This might be the round-saving play, the map-saving play, because Twist ain't looking up. He goes down. Elige is going to spin, and that gives a chance for Nok, but he just missed the opportunity. He gets another one, and a one-on-one situation for the rookie.
Smoke and Molotov buying that space for the bomb plant, and he's ice cold, just going for it. Someone could have come running through, but you have to make that assumption that that's not going to happen. And now, long range here. There is no smoke currently being picked up on Nitro, so he can't even sort of block off that AWP. That's actually a huge thing right now. Oh, there's a Molotov gliding around there. He could maybe pick that up and actually try and put some pressure on. Instead, he's going to throw it into the corner, which is still one less angle to be checking for him. The time is ticking away, and without a kit, he needs to move right about now. The flashbang will just be an annoyance. Nox still has all of the advantage here. And Nitro, I think he's almost just out of time here. How do you go for a 10-second defuse and not get shot by that AWP? And he realizes it's time to back on out. NiP now going to be at 10 rounds. They were 3-2 down there.
Yep. And in true Liquid fashion, they're making this match as hard as they possibly can. 14-10. We mentioned they were loosening things up earlier. Well, now it's time to go the other direction. This scoreline is way too close for comfort, and with the economic reset especially. Even with such an impressive initial mid-hold, that's a 3-for-1 trade in that connector, and they still can't win it out. A good 1 versus 2 from Nok. They never had any idea, any information about his positioning.
Yeah, I really can't believe that they managed to turn that around. Looked like Liquid had just every opportunity there. And now the money comes back to haunt them again. Nitro saved the M4, that's great. But apart from that, they don't have almost anything to work with. This is starting to get scary. That's 4 rounds in a row for NiP. And they even still have the buffer of Liquid just being on 14 rounds. So theoretically, right, they still could lose a round and continue to fight in for overtime. It's getting much closer than I think Liquid were expecting. First half was great for them, 10-5.
Yeah, this is one of those games that you notice as a player, it gets close and you're like, oh my god, when did that happen?
Yeah.
Well, it's here. NiP with the big advantage in this round as well with their arsenal. AWP and the Kriegs against an M4 and a Scout. Alicia's pushed all the way in towards Palace. And NiP once again, just a very cautious, very conservative approach to start this round. They have top mid, 3 players remaining far back. Plopsky and Nok in the B halls.
Yeah, using grenades, smoking off the window. They want to make absolutely sure that they're not, walking in any kind of trap or anything like that. I think that's a solid idea. Only real trap at the moment, apart from Elige pushing, I guess is NAF being pushed up in that box inside of the B-bomb site. But even with the CC, shouldn't be enough to hold it. They actually have a cool boost next to that as well, so they've got 2 tricks in the B-bomb site. If anything happens. Yeah, there's Nitro looking out. That is almost impossible to clear if you're coming in from Catwalk.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But the one big thing is when the pressure comes in halls, how long does Nitro stay up here? Because that'll open things up for Cat. And yeah, he knows it. He just says, okay, here we go. Backs away. 1 flashbang is out. Let's see if they can bait him into that CZ. They're going to have to do such a good job. And it started out so well. 2 kills. Oh, but Rezi doubles him up, and they still haven't seen NAF. He's patient, but Lekro checks it. NAF wanted more than just 1.
Yeah, and opposite to what you might think, that actually is a smart play from NAF to just look for a little bit more. The gun barrel showing, and Lige will at least find that one. He looks for it, but instantly taken down. Lekro so ready for that fight, and now Twist This is just a scout. I don't know how you bring it back in this scenario. They're trying to stay hidden back there. The last smoke being used by NiP, but they could be getting another round. Could easily be getting up to 11-4. They catch him in the window, and there it is. 11-14, a triple kill for Lekro.
It's that double from Rez, though. Unfortunately, they lined up for him. Those were the kills that opened up that site. Otherwise, there's way more defense being mounted. This is exactly what NiP needed. I don't even think he saw the second player ever. It's just luck of the timing.
Yeah, that's incredible. But I actually think NiP did a great job in holding that. Like, you almost have to do that.
Yeah.
No, it's unfortunate it didn't work out, but 5 in a row. NiP catching fire here at the second half, late in the second map. Now trying to put some pressure on the middle, and that works really well. A lot of damage.
Stewie and Elige get chipped down just a little bit, but again, here comes that aggression from Team Liquid. We highlighted this earlier. They're very, very good, and they're very willing to be aggressive to close out some of these avenues. So Nitro pushed up, NAF can bail away.
And even just from like a game theory point of view, playing Mirage, right? If you take mid, okay, that's fine, but then we need to reply in some way, and the response is trying to be forward over at the B-bomb side. Stewie now coming in, so setting a little bit of a trap.
Yeah, but look at this A-bomb site. Nock is looking like he wants to pressure A ramp. Elige is backed off by a smoke, and NAF is going to have to be very cautious in window room because Rez is about to jump up. NiP's actually got some pretty good position. Yeah, even though Team Liquid's taking control of B hulls, the loss of mid is going to apply a lot of pressure onto this defense. It's Twist from under balcony, who's the first point of contact if connector is attacked.
Lekro just smoked off top connector from top mid himself. 40 seconds now on the clock, and it looks like they're going to go back. Looks like this is just all a distraction, and then they'll leave Rez to catch any kind of rotation. Nitro now realizing might be too late. They're coming for him. 30 seconds. He gets the one, and now Stewie's down in B. Rez, he actually heard NAF running, so they definitely know someone's coming in there. That flick not connecting at all, and now they're down on the low ground. 20 seconds on the clock. Rez coming in from behind and taking down Stewie, but he might know there's someone else here. Now he definitely does. NAF is back there behind the bench. 10 seconds on the clock. They need that bomb plant right now. And it's out in the open a little bit, but the Molotov surely going to protect them, man. What an intense round. And Twist and Elige are going to be backing out. NiP going to be at 12 rounds. This could have gone any which way.
This is 4 critical kills from Rez in the past 2 rounds, and both of them are entries onto the B bomb site as they attack when they've met resistance. And he has cracked this open, this time from the flank, not coming up catwalk, but eliminating Stewie, finding NAF as well on the trade. NiP was in a really tough spot with that late stage in the round.
Yeah, the fact that, I mean, Nitro, he just gets traded, but he got the information, right?
By the way, Rez is at 27 kills now. He's leading the server. You mentioned his 2-kill game yesterday on Train against MIBR. Well, forget about that one for the moment. He's making up for it.
An actual resurrection. Not bad.
Well played. That's a nice flank, and this is just kind of in the craziness of the round as well. Just losing track of that window, losing track of that one position, and I mean, he finds it perfect timing to slip in that gap as soon as the rotation's coming.
Those were actually some very smooth kills, weren't they? 27th round. I would be getting a bit nervous now if I'm Liquid.
Oh yeah, very, very nervous, especially you have a shotgun now on Nitro. Money is starting to run low. And NiP just once again rinse and repeat this default. This has been a 6-round run for NiP, and 7 of the last 8 have gone in their favor.
Liquid have to not just come up with an answer, but they have to find that answer with very limited resources. It's not like everything is just open to them. Getting shot in the shins, I think, there. Stewie?
Elige on catwalk with the M4 could be the saving grace. What kind of a play can he make? And I think he has to be aggressive, especially when they start noticing the pressure from connector. Oh, those footsteps have been heard by Lekro, and he transfers over, but it's not fast enough. Good shot so far, and NiP applying a lot of pressure, and all the kills are going their way immediately.
Yeah, I mean, they had not that much to work with, Liquid, but not even anything got put into play.
This was 14-6 at one point.
Yeah, gone are the days. 14-13 now going to be the scoreline instead. Liquid, what do you do at this point in time? They themselves, I mean, they've been holding middle. I don't think they've been very aggressive in pushing up top mid, if that's what they wanted to try.
No, but they haven't needed to because they've had success when they've just set up those stacks in connector or a crossfire on catwalk or even just peeking that mid window. But I mean, that success has not been replicated in this 7-round losing streak that they're now on. I think at this point, Liquid, I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back into a double op. Nitro can afford it, although Stewie decides for the M4. He's past an AWP.
It's incredible because you think just one good start to a round here and the party ends for NiP, but even when they've been down a couple of rounds, they still manage to turn it around.
Well, the big thing is that NiP doesn't have to worry about cash for the rest of this game. They have enough money to last the final 3 rounds. Here's the aggression. They're going to switch things up. NAF, oh, he's blinded, and that's a big kill on a Nitro because that exposes NAF. Lecro and Rez with the entries, and a 5-on-3 for a minute and a half.
Twist was smoked out of the window. He couldn't help him out, even if he wasn't also properly flashed. That blew up right in their faces. And NiP slowing it down to a crawl, just in case. If anyone tries to go aggressive, I mean, they've got B hallways, they've got A hallways, and obviously the mid, so they're just making absolutely sure that they don't make some sort of silly mistake here and give it back to Liquid. You want to see that.
Well, Liege is going to start pushing. And this could get interesting, because actually if Nock is aggressive in coming out of Palace and he sees an empty A bomb site, he might call for his team to rotate back, and they could actually rotate right into the arms of Elige. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Well, Elige has a real chance. If Lecro and Rez, they're not going to deal with mid, it's all on Elige. He's got the first kill. That's a big one to find, and now he's got to hunt down Lecro. Oh, that's the bomb, and he's got it. 35 seconds. And Elige has put Liquid in a winning scenario. Plopsky doesn't want to mess with it, at least not on his own, but he has to go at some point. They don't have the time for this. And a nasty angle from Elige, but he can't handle it.
Oh, Twist in the middle though, headshot, 20 seconds. They can barely make it to the bomb site. If they have to stop and fight Twist at the same time, they'll run out of time for sure. 14 seconds on the clock, Plopsky leading the charge. Knife out, he just has to get there right now. 10 seconds now, and Twist hiding in the corner. He's got the Krieg ready, and the bomb is on the ground. They might get it anyway if he's really quick about it. He's tapping in those numbers, they're right on top of him. Twist flanking it in, and there's Liquid picking up a 15th round. Oh God. It's Twist with the triple, but Elige, the way that he peaked, especially that second fight against Lecro,
yeah,
that was surgical.
Oh, I cannot believe that worked out so perfectly for Liquid. A 3-on-5. Remember, NiP lost a 5-on-3, a critical one in the first half as well that put him in that big hole to start this map, and this is a brutal one that might just end the map entirely. Liquid finally break the streak after 7 rounds. It's a flank from Elige, and yeah, big brain flank. But it's also the information that Plopsky had. A clear A bomb site lured them right into that trap.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's a string of amazing rounds out of NiP, and this one was looking just as good. They had it all lined up, and just that one tiny thing.
Important to notice as well, we're going into the 29th round, but this T side has largely been the same setup each and every time. 3 players at top mid, 1 in the B halls, 1 in the A bomb site. These are just set defaults every single round, and you just see what happens from there. Calls are coming in the mid round. They haven't tried to switch things up and do fast tactics. They haven't tried any kind of crazy aggressive split. Liquid largely knows what they're going to get to start the rounds each and every time.
They can't afford any more mistakes now. It's hard to even call the last round a mistake. They need to win the next 2 and bring it into overtime. Quite a long time waiting around, in fact. 50 seconds now, or less than 50 seconds, as they're starting to clear out middle. They're not going to get that much of a fight this time for Liquid. Previous rounds, it's been a little bit more aggressive, but they could maybe sneak in a kill if they could find Elige, or maybe even NAF over there at the B corner. Oh, Elige, timing is good, but Rez is somehow quicker. He's had an amazing Mirage game. Instantaneous headshot to take down Elige, and now we're under 30 seconds. They need to move here. Twist as they come through the smoke. He gets only the 1, and they'll clean him up now. Stewie wants to put on the pressure, but he's very exposed. He needs to fall back, or he will never get out of this position. They should be coming for him, and they will. Plopsky takes him down, and Nitro has to back on now. That's going to be a 14th round for NiP. They were very patient in waiting for that, but once the hit came, they really, really made that work.
Yeah, they did. That was great, and even there were some decent ones. Elish had a chance to find that pick in towards middle. He had the advantage of the first 4 or 5 shots or so. They actually had a pretty decent stack there as well. The collapse, and Lekro's going to find the final. We're looking like overtime is a real possibility. The money is decent, but not great for Liquid. They're going to have to win this final round if they want to close this out in regulation. A couple players are going to be struggling in what they can bring forward and fight in the round.
What do you do at this point? I mean,
remember the last time Liquid called mid-aggression as well, it got shut down. So they'll probably be hesitant to go back to that.
Yeah. I mean, it's tricky to say because it is a bit of a lottery when everyone is throwing flashbangs like that. And that last time they tried it, Liquid just came out of the losing end. But you could just, well, you could have said to yourself, yeah, fine, next time our flashbangs are somehow going to be better time, then we'll see what happens. I just think if you're playing defensively with a CC and an MP9 as well and limited grenades, that's also a risk, right? It can also backfire.
Yeah. Well, there's no kits as well.
Yeah.
Team Liquid need to put an emphasis on denying the bomb sites, and if the retake situation happens, it's gonna need to be quick.
Here we go. Nitro in the middle. He's at least jumped down or into underpass, in fact, so see if they can make that work. This is a huge risk.
I don't even mind it, though, because remember, they've seen this default so many times that they kind of have got to have an idea that there's been 3 top mid that, you know, isolated 1 player in the B halls, and they're not going to find the success they want because NiP's crossing to the other side of the map. They drop away from that mid presence and going towards A, and they're set up for a retake here. Twist and Elish both out of the bomb site at top connector. That's exactly what NiP wants. Limited utility, no kits in the defense.
If Nitro turns the corner down in underpass and sees no one, maybe they can get the information a bit early. Yeah, he's checking now. Naf is going to follow him. Stewie also looking. So, but again, they're really far away, and they're actually continuing on through underpass over in those B hallways. Now they must realize, but it could be too late. NiP is setting up. The grenades are in the air and already raining down on the A bomb side. So the call has been made for Liquid. They know what's coming, but no one is inside of that smoke perimeter. It should be a bomb plan, and it's going to be very, very hard for Liquid to retake this room, but they have almost nothing to work with. Certainly no defuse kits. This is it. Either overtime or Liquid find some kind of a miracle. Nitro flanking around, but I'm pretty sure Twist heard him, so they must be looking for Nitro up there. I don't think he's going to make that work at all. Elish will get a kill on Rest. There's the flank gone. Nok will be able to pick it up, and that leaves still a 4-on-4. And every second right now favors NiP. 10-second defuse what's needed, and that's going to be almost at this point impossible. Good shot for Twist, and again, they're just hiding back there. Lekro to follow up, and Twist and Nok, they're very low on health, and actually Twist going, oh! They actually might have done it.
I don't think so.
Is there not enough time? Oh,
no, there's no way.
No, I don't think so. I think NiP, somehow they find a way through, and it's overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Twist finding a triple kill in that round for Liquid, and still, it is not enough. A defuse kit would have done it.
The one thing they didn't have, the one thing they couldn't afford, and Threat is happy to be given that gift. A pretty incredible retake, all things considered, just not having that one item. Big kill swinging wide, and NiP playing the delay game, just one by one, trying to slow down the retake. Twist wins all his fights.
Wow.
What a comeback. Remember, 14-6 at one point in the favor of Team Liquid.
Just some really, really thin margins here. They love that. Can't really blame them. Overtime on the second map, and at least they're going to have the money. 10,000 starting money. So, and that'll make it interesting, surely.
Well, especially with Liquid investing in a double op setup right in this first round. Do you remember, the start money with 10,000 is where the economic issues can come into play. If they lose the first two rounds of this overtime, Liquid's going to have to fight that third one with peanuts.
Yeah, it's a good point, isn't it? Aggressive in middle, Naf jumping up, Elish running. It's actually just continuing on. Rez and he has been so sharp.
Well, Elish has shown that in the past before as well, so if you're NiP and you've watched your demos and done your research, you've likely seen Elish doing this. So Rez just not even interested in taking the fight. That's all 5 smokes for Team Liquid have been used. Excuse me, 4 of them. Naf has 1 left still.
And again, they're just kind of on a holding pattern here, NiP. But a lot of mid-control for Liquid. could be turned into a number of things, but if Flopsky is patient here and somehow wins the fight against Nitro, if they follow that up fast, that could be a big issue.
I think Nitro is going to call for a timing on a pop flash, and it might be coming soon because Elige just cleared top mid. Yeah, NAF setting up for a smoke right now.
Oh, and
this might be just perfectly in time as well.
Yeah, they're smoking on the other side. They just threw a bunch of smokes into the B-bomb side. Elige now also coming through to help out. This is not the best start for NiP in terms of the utility exchange. Nork could be making a bit of noise over at the A side. He's sort of sneaking out. Yeah, he is exposed at the moment, and Nork trying for it, but one more second, and Stewie's going to surely come and finish him off. I can't believe he's still alive, Nork. He's actually someone made it out. Stewie missing a shot. NiP still with the bomb outside of the B-bombs. This is a mad round. 25 seconds left, and now they're going to double up and go back into the three-man stack at the B-bomb side, and that gets absolutely demolished. No way to get out here. Rez will find a kill, but Nitro down to the low ground somehow still goes down. I can't believe Rez is even alive, and he takes down Twist. How is this happening? Stewie is out there waiting with the AWP, and Rez just challenging him. I can't believe how has he got into this position. They should have been losing this round at least 20 seconds ago. Rez falling back with the Krieg. He just needs a bit of a shoulder peek. He doesn't want to challenge it at all. And Stewie, surely he's got the pistol out, hunting for him. He knows he's just a bullet away. Rez trying to fall back and play for time, but Stewie's hunting for him, and he'll get the kill as well. First one in the overtime, but that was way too close. Rez is outrageous in this game. 32 kills.
They had no business getting the round that close, and that is just a testament to how well NiP has been playing in this comeback and down the stretch of this map. You said it, a three-man stack. Elige, Stewie with an op. They had NAF there as well. You have some heavy hitters at that bomb site, and they still crack into it. So impressive from Rez. And even when the initial exchanges go in the favor of Team Liquid, that should have been shut down. A one-round lead now, 16-5. The timing on NAF's smoke might have saved the day.
Yeah, that made a big difference, I'm sure. Elige trying to sneak in a kill by making that quick jump over, and then he's just going to back on out, which is fair play. Nitro holding B alone, at least for the minute. They did lose one of the ops in that last round, obviously. A very similar setup, it looks like, for NiP. Not much has changed.
Stewie's going to get boosted up with the AWP to peer deep into the B holes. Elige and Nitro are still there at the B site, but at least one of them is going to dip out. And in fact, both will. Elige and Nitro evacuating through kitchen. NiP setting up for a split up connector, perhaps one boosted in window as well. Two players down at A ramp, including the bomb on Twist. But again, Liquid have three players at the point of attack.
They're so close to the A-bomb site. That's even if you have the three-man stack here, if someone goes down early on for Liquid, they're going to be on the bomb site immediately. Grenades raining into the corner. Elige showing himself. He continues to sprays and wins the fight, but NAF goes down. Flopsky will be there to return it, and Lekro with the follow-up. That leaves Twist alone in shadow, just trying to do what he can, and it's great what he could do. A double kill, and he's still back here buying time. He almost could have had that shooting through in long range for Lekro. That's the Krieg coming through a triple. He takes no damage and gives a round to NiP.
Again, though, I cannot believe NiP's breaking through this defense. Liquid have everything they need with three players there.
Yep. And
brilliant trades. And even when this double kill comes out from Twist, it's like, how do you win in this scenario? Now there's a crossfire set up. Nitro, maybe a bit early coming through the smoke, was under pressure, wanted to help his teammate. But what an incredible spin and pre-fire from Lekro. He was so ready for that op to be posted up on Catwalk.
Pistol and two FAMASs and a very, very quick punch for NiP. We haven't seen this from them before. Let's see if they can make this rush work. Liquid already under a lot of pressure. That Molotov is going to help them out a fair bit, but actually he couldn't see anything, I think. And they got to get the one kill. Nitro with the follow-up and the FAMAS, and that's going to slow them down. Oh, this is huge. Oh, they still get him through the smoke. Nock somehow able. If Nitro could have stayed alive, he could have bought space for his teammates to get out onto the bomb site, but now instead, they have to try and make their way through. Elige gets dropped by Nock. What a big round for him to come through. And now Stewie and Twist, a 2-on-3, and the bomb isn't even down. They're just waiting, NiP. They're happy to do that, and they'll get another kill. A triple for Nock. And Twist alone. They are now finally putting that bomb down, but this is a great knockout punch for NiP and a quad kill for Nock. This is a beautiful round for the rookie to come through. 23 kills overall, but that is going to be 17-16 in favor of NiP.
You have to admire that call. The most aggressive round we've seen NiP play on their T side in this entire game. They were doing default after default in regulation. They were just sitting at top mid for 30, 40 seconds. And here, the third round of overtime, calling a B rush, a round where they know the money for Team Liquid is hurting. All the resources and utility wasn't there. But still, props to NOC, as we have been giving him all weekend. What a great time for him to step up. One round lead for NiP in these overtimes. In this first overtime, we're looking for 19 to win the game.
Is this where they're finally going to try for some of that much hyped mid-control NiP? Is it finally time to try and take a little bit of a... Yeah, they actually are. Rez and Lekro certainly jumping down, running under the cover of smoke to try and take that top mid fight. And oh, they almost had the timing, but Nitro will demolish them. I think they were a second late on the flashbang there, or they would have had 2 flash players. Now instead, well, 5 versus 3. And they should not really have a chance to win this. 2 orbs as well.
And that barrel's going to show way before NOC peaks. Oh, Stewie gets aggressive around the angle. Exactly what NOC needed. That'll be frustrating. Still, Plopsky on an island all alone. He's got some early information and the chance to back up if he wants to.
But not too much. Nav is up there. Don't want to go too far with it. Molotov to make sure he can't stay in shadow. They're waiting on the other side, and Twist is coming through the connector as well. There's a kill coming in on Plopsky. He was, I mean, as you said, just alone. NOC couldn't even really pressure that to try and do anything, so probably just save the AWPs at this point in time. Oh!
Ooh. That might bring him back. NOC is just rotating to murder hole the bomb. Ali's going to try and plant it, but again, they don't realize that CT spawn is clear. They have to be very cautious. There could be an op there. That means 2 players have to be dedicated to the bomb site, to the default boxes. They're locked into the site.
Oh! Through the box! Just taking Elise down! There should be no way. 2 on 4 with AWPs versus rifles. The bomb is finally down here, but Twist and Naf, they could still be lethal. A single mistake here for NiP, and this round is going to be lost with both the AWPs. They're committed to it, at least with one of them now, trying to get up here. NOC low on health. He does make the jump down. He snuck around. Oh, just scoping up behind him, and Twist is gone. And now with a smoke up, Naf still able to find that kill. NOC, this is a 1 in a million, and he's going to try for it, and Naf swinging out wide. NiP, that, I mean, there's some magic left, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, a tiny bit, but this is more so, in my opinion. Liquid is playing some of these post plants very rough. Still a phenomenal retake, especially in the 2-on-2. Both oppers coming in scoped up and silently the whole time. Liquid, Naf, and Twist did not want to peek. Twist never had the information. They crawled all the way around. And if that smoke actually lands on the bomb, they might have had a real chance at that.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of pressure on Naf all of a sudden. 17-17. But remember, again, losing both those AWPs is a really big deal. If they lose this next round, they're going to have almost nothing to fight. I mean, they could end up losing in overtime just...
That's the real backstab of that round, is it was so close, but the fact that they created a chance in a 2-on-4 brought both AWPs back into play, and Liquid takes them out of their hands. Oh. Even looking for the boost, Stewie's going to control the spray perfectly. Minimal damage taken.
That was very well done. Heads-up play. He got cheated in that last round against NOC and gets a little bit of revenge against Lekro instead. Rez and Plopsky on the A side. Naf is up at apartments. If Rez doesn't get probably a double kill here, there's nothing to fight for on Stewie. Oh, inside of the smoke, where he feels at home. Plopsky now, what can you do? How do you fight this? Naf, that's long range, taking down Plopsky.
Twist was even kind of creeping towards Catwalk to see if he could provide something from across the map, and as soon as his teammates go down, this time they make the call immediately. Save. They bail out. They need that up. They need that M4. Lekro has $300 in the bank. Rez has $650 and Plopsky 1,000. So the economy situation in this next round of OT. NiP fought so long to make it all the way back, and it just might not matter, especially this kill at the end. Liquid going to throw everything at this hunt.
Yes, Stewie's feeling really aggressive. Some of the NiP fans have been taunting him for a while, and you know he's taking none of it anymore. running into the smoke, and Twist just, he knows, firing that gun, and they're going to be coming through. Oh, and it's a miss, and Stewie will clean it all up. A quad kill at the end of it to bring Liquid to 18 rounds. Match point here for them.
That's got to be crushing. 14-6, NiP came all the way back from, including winning the last 2 rounds of regulation to force overtime. And once again, they have to stare
Right down the barrel.
right into the face of another loss. Timeout called by Threat.
Oh, it's not easy, is it? But it immediately makes you realize there's a lot to build with suddenly on this NiP team, right? Whatever happens, I mean, if they can get in a double OT, the more power to them. But regardless, you realize, okay, there's something could work here. Threat having a
it's just such
a
a contrast from the start of this weekend to the end of it now. 3 SMGs and 2 pistols for NiP to fight with to stay alive in Mirage. All rifles for Team Liquid. Krieg's in an AK, and Elige is going to get aggressive at top mid. Smoke is down, standard smoke, and there's a 2-man push into the underpass, but Stewie's watching that. The hero of the last round, 4 kills for him, could start this one out in a good place. Lecker on the other side, and he goes down immediately. Stewie's got both. Stewie's giving Liquid a 5-on-3.
That's him working on 6 kills now across the last 2 rounds. He is ready to close this out. Not actually the best game we've seen ever out of Stewie, but the last couple of rounds have been really something. Plopsky, Twist, and Rez left. I don't know. We're entering into that miracle territory again. There's have to be something very special for them to try and bring it back. That underpass push, I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong with that for NiP. You just have to try something.
Just battered by Stewie. 6 kills now in the last 2 rounds. Twist is backing into the B bomb site, but Rez and Plopsky way dedicated to A. They're starting to come over now, but it's going to be too late. Twist has it all to do. There's the first. Ooh, and he's got the second. And he's got a good position. No one peeking from Catwalk. He's working around. He's done everything he possibly could. Bomb being planted. Plopsky and Rez, how do you get into the site?
It's an absolutely heroic effort for Twist, but I just don't think it's enough, unfortunately. Plopsky caught through the smoke. They know he's in there somewhere. Elige ready and waiting for it. How do you make this work? Again, you need a good headshot or something. There's the gun barrel showing, just communicating. They even know it. They know exactly where they are. Rez trying for it. Plopsky got to be going down, and Liquid going to end up winning in overtime. 19-17, taking down NiP. But it costed almost everything they had here.